Welcome, listeners, to Sir LENZO'S MEMOIRS. The courts and us, the judiciary and us, the supremacy of the supposed Supreme Court and us. You see, in thinking of what to really discuss today, I can't go jam this news that in Israel, the Kenneth is actually reducing the powers of the Supreme Court. And it's causing a lot of problems there, as it should. But this is what I want Nigerians and, our humanities to understand. You see, the judiciary is a cost-propelled matter. So it is like, more or less the context of the rich. But our humanity, our rights within it, is a collective thing. Hence, the parliament as the key factor, the parliament of the people's representative. Stemming from the definition of government, democracy, being the government of the people, by the people, for the people. There is no where that I said some people. Now, that in itself, from definition, from origin, negates the power of supremacy of the courts. The problem in Israel is the fact that government is saying now that the court cannot stop the process of life, which is governance. It's a process of life. I will use an example. During the 2023 elections, you understand, based on the ignorance of the courts. And yes, it was ignorance, because when they came and said that they wanted the Beavers data, it eventually cost Nigeria money. Because we had to postpone our elections. Now, and what they are saying in Israel right now is that we can't continue like that. You see where a judge in Okupe's case is saying now that after someone has embezzled over 200 million, he should pay 30 million. Whose money is that judge talking about? You see, your right is within our rights. The we you are is still inside us. When you say you have this right, how about the rest of us? When you say you don't want this, what are the rest of us saying? I will use an example of something that happened, my viewings on NTA this morning, while some women gathered and they were discussing seriously. Someone said that what you eat should either be healing you if it's not killing you. And I'm like, wow, what you eat? We all can't eat the same thing. My mom was saying moringa, she reacts to it. Whatever, no matter how medicinal you claim it does. My very self, I react to fancy that. So we all can't imbibe the same thing. Now, these judges, and I have said it, just like in Osun State elections, the judgment is a fallacy. Now, politicians tend to accept, but you are playing with chaos. I laugh you not. I kid you not. You are playing with chaos. Because how can we have an electoral law that the Supreme Court will now say now that they are changing it? It negates the entire structure of the judiciary. You interpret laws, you don't make laws. The judiciary interprets laws, you don't make laws. And please, when you are handling a dispute between two human beings, it is not the same thing when you are handling an issue of governance. Your error, because it is redundant by the time it now gets to the superior court, they now say you have erred in law. At whose expense have you erred that error? Maybe they do some special courts, you understand, because it costs us money, our money. Fuel, you understand, is the blood of life. Everybody need that. It's on a daily basis that these things come. So you now don't bring someone's context or someone's perspective and jam government. You hear non-entities whereby a judge, a high court judge will usurp a law of the people based on which intelligence. When a lot of people, you can say the PIA, before it came together, there were lots of meetings, stakeholders, the humanity that we are. Held meetings. You now say there is a sense when some 7 people now come and start saying this is according to whose humanity, according to which sense. Nobody knows tomorrow. It's not promised now. Keep the things you need. Because a judge that is to judge someone else's cases at times does not live to that time of judgment. So where is the God in it? Now, I'm not saying we should copy, but I have always been saying that we need to reform our judiciary. It is the last place. And based on my viewings, I'm enjoying the Nigeria I am in. Why I say that is, on NTA these days, you understand, I have seen the parliament. They're always showing the parliament, and it was actually glorious to behold. Because all of them, all the parliamentarians, both in the Senate and the NAS, they are very vibrant. You know, they are making, what do you call it? They are making moving motions for their people. And I'm enjoying the world. I'm enjoying Nigerians to watch NTA, the parliament. You understand? They are showing the workings of government based on their doings. Now, these doings are for us. Now, the judiciary must know that it serves us. We don't serve the judiciary. When the money is divided by statutory allocation, they just collect a part. But when we are now spending this money on ourselves, they will now say this, no, it cannot happen. In every judgment, the best you can do is an addition to the law. You can never usurp the law. It is a fallacy on our lives. If based on what is transpiring between individuals, you understand, it counters that law, that clause in that law, you understand, you can only revert it back to the National Assembly. You can never usurp the law. You do not make it. You do not make the law. You interpret it. You interpret it. And in that interpretations, definitely there will be some minute details that contradicts what the law generally says. So that law, you understand, that's your judicial. It is not going to be a judicial review. It will be a parliamentary review. The parliament is of the people. The judiciary are just individuals. You cannot just go to a law school and say you have learned sense. That is rubbish. Zinoleski called it right. Life will teach you, past professor. What nonsense. We have different experiences. It is not, there's no problem that belongs to everybody. We have different kinds of problems. So you cannot now go to the court because of someone's problem and you are now saying all of us. You can see the nonsense. You know, it is how they did it in America, but we must not try it here. The LGBT is a legal law now. It's a legal law. What? If the people don't want it, it doesn't stand. It is the people's want. It is not, life is not determined. The future of us is not determined by your sense now. Nobody knows how the future is. How many years ago cars were not flying? Are they not flying now? So you cannot now start to say that life should be somewhere. It is based on our reality, on our realities, based on real relationships, based on real metrics. It's not just a judicial matter now. Yes, if me and you have a dispute based on our agreement, we can go to court. But the court that does not turn to the drivers of our future. What nonsense is that? It is just an idea and it's just a context. It's just, what nonsense is that? We are talking of energy security. We are talking of food security. And the court should remember that there is martial law. In case of anarchy, they go to the background. So who is now holding them responsible? Who is now holding them responsible? Please, that Osun State judgment, you understand, is a fallacy. A parliamentary review must sit down on that nonsense. There were 7 people, 5 people will just sit down and judge all of us, 200 million. How? How? They will not say they are the Supreme Court. What nonsense Supreme? What nonsense Supreme? You can imagine former Justice Mary Onyali saying that the Bayelsa people should take it as judgment of God. That you liken yourself to God is that you are calling yourselves God. Una they mad? God of who? If una sense, when I go take and build bridge, you just sit down and say that you have read. What have you read? What is the reality? What is the humanity in what you have read? You can see the British court start talking about Nigeria, Nigerian sovereignty. There's one redundant judgment out there now that they said that Ogun State and the Chinese firm had an understanding and Nigeria should pay. And I'm like, the judge was like, Nigeria came a whole sovereignty. How many are you in the UK, Olori Buruku? How many are you in the UK? That you say you have a king? How is that not my business? Everything whoever has done it has lied. We are not slaves. So whatever law you say, bring it back to Nigeria. We sense when I say when I get. When the Yahoo now go start to cry like babies for streets. You want Yahoo who? P&ID just come, just say, can you come? Who be like Papa Stoner? You dash us. I go and check it. When Prime Minister May was coming to Nigeria to see President Buhari, the first thing she said is that 88 million extremely poor Nigerians could need Daphne Alayayi, who is extremely poor. We will come to Europe looking very fit, fine, You will say we are poor. We are coming from poverty. Eh? Why are you now looking scroungy? You that you are meant to be in wealth. You are telling people that you are seeing that are fit. Fit, oh, fine, anyhow. See the Nigerian Super Falcons now, they are coming back with the cup now. You they talk say we poor. Poverty kill now there. Now they mad. Who they poor? We they carry money, can they buy any, we know they borrow. Can they say we poor? We not get one thing. And that now. I say they argue on. Say who they create standard? You dey hear a caster for Nigeria, omo man, at time you go take, you get your money, you hold on. Me too get my own. Now hustle, ototolawa ye, nothing dey happen. All of us get different timings ni. Now based on doings and God the runner. Please, the judiciary is not supreme to our humanity. We don't need a representation. We cannot speak for ourselves. Please, our parliament runs it. And please, you guys, we need to really near NTA and this Women World Cup. Women for Nigeria, the world must know how many of us watch out for Nigeria now. You will still think of all these Legbere Super Eagles. Those ones not good, you know. You see, those men there, they play football, they call them Super Eagles. They don't enter social media now. The women, they don't leave social media now, don't enter feed. And they turn the football. The next one, make FIFA know, say, now Nigeria, they wash and pass. Make those girls know, say, man, now Nigerians, they are back. Now cup they bring come house, so I don't know what you know. Please let me share. It's all joy. But more they look and more they learn because nobody will go first test them. Now Jews then build. But governance is a serious business. The judges, just like this, there's a school of legislative studies that I hear that the Senate, the NAS members come in where they go through the process of it. And I think they have to involve the judiciary in this process of governance so that they do not start seeing it as their, you just say by the powers given to you. Is within reason now. Is within reason. You just hear some, you can imagine where a judge is saying now that despite a gun that's to be licensed by a president found with Justice Ademola Adetunbo, that he has no case to answer. You are lying to yourself, Nina. You are lying to yourself. Are you calling us fools? Look, it is not until it becomes very bad and people enter the street before you know that you are not lying to minions. You are not talking to, that you now realize you are not talking to minions. You are talking to very intelligent beings. Even the one self will be true, we still they find the truth in it. You can't they talk say they sell dot for Nigerians. Pep is going there, presidential election tribunal. He's going. You can see what is unraveling. Some people are bringing reports from Europe. Europe has who? How many are there in the whole of Europe? All the UK, all the France, how many people they do election? We have 170,000 polling units. How many England get? How many people they vote there? The people who they England don't reach only Lagos. Use your sense before they use it on you. Use your sense before they use you. Before they use you, use your sense. We are in the days of sense now. Your Nigerians must gallant based on your sense. I beg stupidity in all these streets. Nothing we will never see before. You understand? Anything will go up, ground go collect them. Just pan. The shege go soon over. Dangote refinery go still have a shit fuel now. Everybody go know how far. Gas go there everywhere. You calm down. And in this period, please, let's give. We don't run COVID now. Free something for somebody. If not change, tell them maybe to take palm yourself. Collect glorious thank yous. I beg. More run and soft now. Buga now. So far landing. No, man. I beg. Please do help me share. And thanks for listening.